real-time strategy game in which you design and build your own medieval village, populated by bloodthirsty barbarians and wizards. Fend off raiders, battle against players worldwide, and forge powerful alliances with others to destroy enemy clans. Millions of people are playing this free-to-play game right now and enjoying every minute of it. With that being said, here's 7 things that you probably didn't know about Clash of Clans. The creator of the game is Supercell. The company was founded in Finland in 2010. They are responsible for the hit games Boom Beach, Heyday, and Clash Royale. Supercell is valued at over $5.5 billion. Although these games are free to play, or freemium, players can make in-game purchases to give them the edge that they need to dominate their opponents. Clash of Clans rakes in about $5 million every day. Today, the company has a staff of over 250 employees. The crazy thing about all of this is that Clash of Clans has about 30 million active users, but the team that runs the game only consists of about 15 people. The workload may be insane, but the payout is pretty freaking sweet. Surprisingly, the game earns most of its revenue from the top 10% of players. Elite players know that the only way to stay on top is to shell out some big bucks. Players are incentivized to pay for wall upgrades, gold, elixir, and expensive archer towers, because if they leave their bases unattended in real time, other players can come along and attack them while they're away, losing trophies and resources. A Clash of Clans player named Panda spent over $7,000 in a single month, and at one time, top Clash of Clans player Jorge Yao spent $250 a week on gems. Now, you may be asking yourself how a dude living in a 300 square foot apartment in San Francisco can afford to spend that much a week on a game. Well, he had some very wealthy sponsors, most of which were from the United Arab Emirates. At one point, he was playing on 5 different accounts to stay on top. He even had the bright idea of wrapping his 5 iPads in plastic bags so that he could bring his gadgets into the shower with him. Jorge spent 6 months at the #1 spot, and he was the first player to break the 4,000 trophy mark and instantly became famous worldwide. But once he felt like it was taking over his life, he graciously bowed out of contention and stopped playing the game cold turkey. He hit the #1 spot again recently, but it only lasted for a morning. With all this cash flying around, you may be wondering, what do they do with all that money? Well, some of it goes towards marketing purposes. They can afford some big-name celebrities to endorse their game. For Super Bowl 49, they spent $9 million on a 60-second spot starring Liam Neeson.
I can't wait to destroy your village while you beg for mercy, but you will get no mercy. I will have my revenge.
Liam? I was going for Liam?
Over here.
This ad was the most watched commercial on YouTube in 2015. At the time of this video, it has around 117 million views. Supercell even got Christoph Waltz, the Bond villain himself, to play in a series of commercials. One even featured the late-night sensation James Corden. But not only do celebrities appear in their commercials, they also play the game. Jeremy Lin, Daniel Craig, and Mr. T, just to name a few. Oh, and don't forget about John C. But seriously, he does play. Speaking of Mr. T, Supercell is obviously fans of the Fool Pitier himself. So much so that the Pig Rider is modeled after him. The distinctive mohawk and beard is a dead giveaway. The only difference is the voice.
Now you got me.
I'm not sure why the Hog Riders need to have such high-pitched voices. In the past, Mr. T has lent his likeness to other games. At one point, he was a spokesperson for the World of Warcraft game.
I'm Mr. T and I'm a Night Elf Mohawk. What's your game?
Another highly beloved character of the game is the Pika. This seemingly unstoppable force has the strongest armor of any elixir-based troops and the highest damage of any normal unit in the game. The letters P-E-K-K-A don't officially stand for anything in particular. Supercell held a Facebook contest in August of 2012 to see who could come up with the best written-out name for Pika, as judged by the number of likes. The name, Perfect Enraged Knight Killer of Assassins, was the winner. But what is a Pika? A knight? A samurai? A robot? No one knows. But the mysterious and dangerous Pika is a girl. On one of the loading screens, there's a tip that reads, "The armor on Pika is so heavy that spring traps do not work on her." Now, some may say that calling a Pika a her is the same as christening a ship as a she, but honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what gender Pika is. It's still badass. One of the best features people...
What's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today with Sneak Peek 3 in Clash of Clans, and today it's something for Town Hall 8 and beyond. It's in the form of a brand new defense. So let's take a look here. At Town Hall 8, there's a new defense available inside the game called the Bomb Tower. We're going to get to the defense and we're going to see it upgraded all the way from level 1 to level 5, which is the max level. Now, I'm obviously on the developer build right now, and I asked, but I cannot share any statistics for this new defense as they are subject to change. But there is two types of damage that it deals out. We will talk about the damage and talk about the unit's range, which is now the smallest in the game, coming in with only a 6-tile radius, which is one less than a wizard tower to put it into perspective. Now, before we get too in-depth on this bomb tower here, make sure you watch to the end of this episode, guys, because there's two other pretty big balancing changes, one that I'm especially excited about to the Witch, and we're going to cover those at the end of this episode, the other to the Hog Riders and their relationship with giant bombs. So you can see here, a giant mono-e-mono level 4 giant against a level 2 bomb tower. They take down the bomb tower. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it does damage upon its destruction. This defense is mainly going to be to stymie mass attacks. I think it was like a month ago or so, Anushka posted on the forums that the Clash team was working on a new defense to try to combat the mass attacks, and this is it. So this is the level 3 bomb tower now on a Town Hall 9 maxed out account. You can see still only one defense, but then when we upgraded Town Hall 10 in just a second, we're going to add an additional bomb tower. So let's just put it side by side next to a wizard tower here, just so you can see the radius. Obviously, the structure takes up the same tile space, 3 by 3 tiles, but its hit radius is 1 tile smaller. So now we're on to Town Hall 10. You can see 2 level 4 bomb towers. By the way, this guy didn't upgrade his Barbarian King. What is he thinking, this Ash guy? And why is he level 227 at Town Hall 10? Must be a really generous donator. But man, he must be full of himself. He's in a clan named Ash is Handsome. What a loser. Anyway, so moving on here, this is the maxed out level 5 bomb tower, guys. I think it looks pretty cool. It has that white trim along the top of the structure, and you can see it kind of goes pretty well with the Eagle Artillery and the Inferno Towers. Me personally, I kind of wish the Town Hall 11 aesthetics were more based on the white and ivory ancient theme rather than the red-white theme, but hey, everybody's a stickler when they're not the designer. I couldn't design any of this stuff. Maybe Town Hall 12 will be cool when it's all blue with the new or the old blue walls back in the game. That's not official, guys, just messing around. So let's see these structures in action now. I'm going to go ahead and do a boner attack into the core of this base. Let's start out with a baby dragon up top. We're going to go ahead and spam the heck out of this base using the miners kind of on the back end, or not really back end, but you guys know how the boner attack works. So we're going to bust through with some wall breakers here, drop the jump spell, create a funnel with the bowlers. I probably should have brought wizards here, the new level 7 wizards at that, to create the funnel rather than waste all that troop space around the edge. But either way, we're going to rage and jump right into this core here, and let me just drop my poisons, pop the BK Iron Fist, pop the Eternal Tome, and then spam in these miners. And we're going to pay attention to these bomb towers here. So one bomb tower did not go down. The bomb tower engaged by the bowlers there actually stays alive. So that's going to be a problem on the back end of this raid. But the Archer Queen, I think, took down the other bomb tower. So you can see they're not that big of a factor, especially if you can take them down, the bomb towers, that is, with the kill squad. And obviously this is the new build. This is going to be what's live in game as soon as the update hits. So these boner attacks, these mass miner attacks, I think they're still going to be viable. I should also note that these are maxed out Teslas, maxed out level 10 mortars. Everything is totally maxed out now. And you can see 64% and all my miners are still alive. I'm going to go ahead and be very patient on these last 2 heal spells. Maybe we'll go ahead and get a 3-star here. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm not too intimidated. I mean, obviously, I know what you're all thinking. Yeah, Ash, this base sucks. But yeah, it does. So I'm not saying that it's anything's still overpowered, but I think that at least this attack demonstrates that it's still possible, right? To get a high percentage 2-star, maybe a 3-star there. Those giant bombs kind of hurt my miners. I'm going to go ahead and place this heal spell right around here. I'm going to wait. Okay, there it is. So, heal spell down, and it looks like I'm probably not going to get the 3-star. There is a wizard tower, and that Tesla, if I can take it down, no! Oh, that new level hidden Tesla, level 9, really coming to haunt me there, and it looks like I'm not going to pull out the 3-star, but basically, this attack, it kind of demonstrates that it is still possible to get 3 stars against non-max or even maxed out villages with the boner and miners attack, so I don't think it's anything too scary in terms of these new defenses, but time will tell, as always. I mean, this is just the developer build. It's very hard to make any strong conclusions one way or the other based on this. Alright, so that's the attack. Not a 3-star, but not too bad. Now let's get to the real good stuff. Finally, my witches are back, guys. Witches get a quote-unquote massive hit point upgrade. You can see, 4 shots to kill 1 witch from that archer tower there maxed out. And you can see 4 max witches are now going to be able to take out on their own a maxed out archer tower and a maxed out wizard tower. Just barely, but they still get the job done here. So witches get a massive hit point boost, and they get a significant but not massive, I'm not sure exactly what that means, DPS boost as well. So we'll have to wait to see again once it's live in game. They're still kind of tweaking some of these values, so don't want to show you guys the numbers, and they're just going to change anyway. But you can see here they take out the max wizard tower, they take out the max archer tower. Now let's move on to hog riders. Okay, so this is my live in-game account. I'm going to run 10 hog riders into double giant bombs. You can see they all die. Well, a couple don't, but most of them die. Now, giant bombs no longer do 1.5 damage to hog riders. I'm going to run them straight into the giant bombs, and you can see they're still alive. This